The feelings beneath that never escape. We all try so hard to be something great. Sometimes we just need some negative space. Some negative space.
You don't love me like you used to. You don't call me like you used to. You should do it like you used to. We always knew this sin in bad blood. Who thought the end would be so close? We always knew this never had up. No water gardens that don't grow. We always knew this sin in bad blood. Who thought the end would be so close? We always knew this never had up. No water gardens that don't grow. I can feel your lust, I can feel your loneliness within your touch. I just wanna know, why do we say trust to make these empty promises that don't mean much? Yeah.
The things that we think but don't really say. The feelings beneath that never escape. We all try so hard to be something great. Sometimes we just need some negative space. Some negative space.
I can feel your loneliness within your touch. I just wanna know, why do we say trust to make these empty promises that don't mean much? Yeah.
The things that we think but don't really say. The feelings beneath that never escape. We all try so hard to be something great. Sometimes we just need some negative space. Some negative space.
Say, you don't love me like you used to. You don't call me like you used to. You should do it like you used to. We always knew this sin in bad blood. Who thought the end would be so close? We always knew this never had up. No water gardens that don't grow. We always knew this sin in bad blood. Who thought the end would be so close? We always knew this never had up. No water gardens that don't grow.
What's up? What's up? What is up? Hello, buenos dias, hola, not hola. What is it? I don't know. I barely know my own language. I'm trying to know other people's language. But good morning. It is Monday. It is a new week, quote unquote. Okay? As fast as time has been going lately, today will be a new week from February. Because I'm telling you, all these other days that has been going by so fast, it's unholy. It's unethical. It is not real. It is fictional. Time is going by stupid fast. So much is going on that we're not paying attention. We're stuck behind the mirror. We're stuck behind the phones, electronic devices. And because we are stuck behind something that was created by men, then of course men controls what it is that you're stuck behind. And if I am going to control something that you are stuck behind, I am going to place my rules, my laws on that which is placed in front of you. Like a mother. Listen, I'm your kid. I love you. What's up, young Reese? I'm sorry if I didn't say good morning. Good morning to you. How is it over there where you are? It sucks over here, young Reese. I'm not sure why anybody wants to come to America. I'm absolutely confused on why people come to America. But young Reese, I'm not confused. You know why? Because what I just said. You guys are placed with phones and televisions in your face as well. You are sold this lie that there is something spectacular in America, and it's not. It is not. I've seen videos, and we're going to cover that. I'm seeing videos where people are coming over here in the hundreds per day to a country that has fueled their people. It's not even their people because these niggas migrated over here, but has fueled the majority on thinking that everything is theirs, and that you are beneath them. Why fly to a country that thinks and knows that you are beneath them? I'm telling you the mind frame of the ones that I was raised with. Okay? I grew up in a city called Azle. It was the most racial. Something I've never been, something that gave me wind from something that I wasn't even able to comprehend. I lived in the life where it was just me. I mean, a girl of my complexity, surrounded by those same as me, 10 toes, but the ground that they walked on was just jeopardy. How could a little sweet not Jezebel, look, I just realized they said that word, sweet Jezebel. What the hell? How could a sweet little lady like me be raised in a racist city? I knew no color from where I had came from under, but now I can see. I'm giving you a poem right now, Reese. This is just for you. I'm trying to tell you how it is over here. They see me as different. They see me as square. They see me with someone with weird hair. They question my ability to think or to speak, and they always thought that I was a monkey. These niggas are caucus. They call themselves white. I'm telling you the truth in black and white. Trust none of these people, for they are deceitful, and I am giving you the light. No, that was dope as hell, bro. I just gave you a fat ass rhyme, bro, on the spot. That's freaking talent. That is talent. You guys got to rewind. I gotta clip that. I gotta clip that. But Reese, I'm telling you the truth. Okay? We live in a place over here in America where the devil is winning. And if you don't believe in the devil, come to America and he'll show you he exists. The devil has his own television show over here. The devil has his own churches over here. The devil has his own people over here. The devil is even in schools over here. The devil is in people's homes over here. The devil is in people's music over here. And the devil's people run everything over here. What are people fleeing to America for? What are we fleeing to America for? You guys remember the video that I showed you the other day on the black man that was walking around blind, acting? And he will walk up to people and grab their arm to see if they would help a black blind man. And they did not. They switched their arm. One big caucus bull pushed the black blind man. He punched the black blind man for trying to grab someone's arm for help. These are not just, This is exactly how we're freaking treated over here. Don't believe what you hear in the news because it's pushed towards a certain agenda. And if you're going to tell me that only black people in America commit crime, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. I was married to a Hispanic race. I was married to the African race. I lived amongst the Caucasus race. Okay? And I bought food and short snacks and gas from the Indian race. Okay? They don't like us. They don't like us. And it has nothing to do that we're bad people. We're cool as shit. We're cool people. We're cool as a people. Individually, everyone has their issues. But us as a people are awesome. We're awesome. So just don't pay too much attention to what you hear on the box or the device that the devil gave you. So my guy, Mr. Watson, sent me this video from Jubilee. And it's a really good video. Well, actually, let me take that back because I haven't seen it. But I'm an assumption that it's going to be a good video. But before I show you the video, and it's about the Caucasus race, how they think compared to the black race. And it's liberals versus conservatives. It's going to be a great conversation. I know for a fact that the Caucasian, Indian, Asian, Hispanic race of people do not know what we go through as a people because they are not us. They do not have to walk in our shoes. They do not get the looks that we get. Okay? They do not get the lack of job applications that we get. And for people that thought that taking away the what is it that they just got away with I forgot because I was thinking about it and my brain's like yeah you're thinking forget, like damn, let me think of what is the law that they just got away with. Okay. What is it that where black people could where you can what is it that they just got away with? Can't think of it right now, you guys. Josh, what is the law that they just got away with when it came to working? And it was a law that was created by a president, which I'm sure it's a JFK. Oh my God, I can't think of the freaking law. But it was a law that protected people of other color. Okay? It was a law that protected people of color to be able to work. What's up, Auntie? Thanks for pulling up. Okay. Auntie, I thought about you this morning. I remember, I'm going to make a video, though. But while I'm making a video, I hear your voice. Real life. And I heard you say, Tierney, you don't have to do these relationship videos. You're better than that. So I'm going to do another topic today, which is sponsored by Mr. Josh Watson. Affirmative action. Thank you, Carl. Carl, you're going to have a special place in my heart today, bruh, because that was going to kill me. Affirmative action. They just got away with the law, Reese, called affirmative action. And affirmative action help people like myself and possibly like you too to get a job and feed their families. This is the land that people are running to. People are running to a land that don't give a damn about their success or their coming up in any way. Who runs this land? No. What group of people run this land? I mean, I'm talking about little hats and stuff. Y'all let's think deep, okay? Let's think deep. And if little hats run this land, those people are big on religion. If the little hats run this land, it's not even this that run this land. If the little hats run this land and those people are big on religion, then who do those people pray to? I'm just saying. But that's on a whole nother topic, okay? Does the white race really understand the black struggle? How could they? When you're raised in a household that tells you those people are doing it again, those people are ignorant. Look at those people. They're always in jail. We're never not. Oh, look at those girls. They don't never have any children by their husbands. They don't never have no kids by their husbands, you know, and they don't never have their daddies in their life. Those are those people. And you don't want to be like those people. The woman is of the world. You guys remember that song I showed y'all last time? The woman is the nigga of the world. It's a crazy ass song. I can't play it because, you know, they copyright everything. But, yeah. John Lennon said the woman is the nigga of the world. And I said, if the woman is the nigga of a world, then what do you think about a nigga woman? Crazy, right? Crazy. I just want to show y'all this clip, though, man, before we get into the juices of Jubilee. Because I like the Jubilee conversation. Okay, they literally bring two opposing sides to one table and have a civil conversation. You don't see people getting out, oh, well, that's why your hair blue, because you're stupid. No, people like Angry Man, people like Anton Daniels, you know, women that just like to talk crazy, which, you know, some people on these spaces could not sit at a Jubilee table. You could not sit at a Jubilee table because you cannot control yourself. Y'all come on these panels talking about women hair and their relationship wise versus understanding a point of the opposing view. This is what I think is beautiful about a rainbow. The mother comes together as one, but there's different colors to it. People can have different opinions about things. That's fine. As long as it's not, I think murder is okay and such and such. Oh, I think raping someone is such and such and such. As long as it's not absurd, if someone sees something in a different light, that's fine. That's their opinion on that. But let's judge the person by that person and their characteristics. Okay? It really is intriguing to me how man, I mean, I hate to have these conversations, but what's a girl to do when she just can't take no more? Okay, it sucks when you have to. Hold on, Auntie. You know, give me some supers, but I'm gonna read this because it was super. Salute, Tierney. You're talented and charismatic enough to do content about whatever you want. It'll be entertaining regardless because it's coming from Tierney. That I need y'all to take notes. Take notes. Valentine's Day, which I don't do, is coming up soon. This is something to say. I'm just saying. Okay. But to see people sitting up in here acting like everything is perfectly fine and it's us and we need to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, to see us still talking crazy like that and act like, oh, you're just playing a victim as if victims don't exist. Because victims exist, right? Victims exist. Or are we all bullies and telling everyone to get the hell over it? Is that what we're doing? Victims exist. So to sit in our circle, of your own people, and to tell them to stop acting like a victim versus maybe they are damn victims to something, we're going to get nowhere. We're going to get nowhere. The only time you'll ever get somewhere is when you start being honest. Start being honest. That's why the song that I played at the beginning of this, sometimes we need some negative space. We do. Sometimes we need to just look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. For example, my penis is small. And how dare I sit here and be talking to my woman like I done lost my damn mind? This woman can go easily find something that fits and suits her. But I'm talking like I got it. So let me humble myself, shut the fuck up, and be a good husband. That's example number one. Be honest with yourself. Okay? Another example. I got 3 kids, 2 baby daddies. But I can have what a young girl can. That's not realistic. Auntie. These are reality checks. These are reality checks that people need. You need to have the reality check with yourself. Humble yourself. That's all that means, is to humble yourself. Okay? In order to be equally yoked with someone, you have to know what yoke you are, what yoke you fit in, what world you live in, your reality checks. Your reality checks are needed on a daily. Now, I know y'all agree with me. Let's be honest. I know y'all agree. Then my name ain't Tyranny. Okay? Let me show y'all what a reality check for today's channel or today's show looks like. If my computer starts acting up, I got Spectrum. Y'all know what it is. Okay? That was huge. Nah, let me go back to small. That's too big. Look how big I am up there. Oh, God, dog it. Here we go.
A lot of people ask me, what was my aha moment? What made me change my perspective? And it's when I saw this. So a black person in the United States during the Jim Crow era faced second-class citizenship, disenfranchisement, barriers to voting, barriers to education, barriers to employment, and barriers to housing. Then we had the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the 1965 Voting Rights Act, which stated we could no longer do any of this. We could no longer discriminate based on race. So in 2023, what is the only group of people that we can legally discriminate against? We can legally relegate to second-class citizenship, create barriers to voting, barriers to education, barriers to employment, barriers to housing. If you answer convicted felon, you are absolutely correct. In 2023, a convicted felon is the only group of people that we can legally do all this to. Now, do you believe it's a coincidence that 1 in 3 black males carry this label as convicted felon as opposed to 1 in 17 white males? If you answered yes to that question, let's take a look at what's happened since the dismantling of the Jim Crow laws. We've had a 700% increase in our prison population. We've gone from 300,000 inmates to as high as 2.3 million. Now, I do believe we're back down to about 1.8 million today. We had the law and order agenda, which was an increase in police spending and a decrease in school funding, which created the school to prison pipeline. We also had the war on drugs, which we...
Y'all hear this? Hold on, let me just get a little bit caught up. He is speaking about the absolute everything that the black man majority has to go through to provide for his family. Now, black men, when you get a reality check of all this you're having to fight for or that your grandfather fought for, you will understand why you guys have damn near given up. You guys have damn near said, let me take the 9 to 5. God damn it, let me work this $12 an hour because it's better than nothing. When it is nothing. They're locking y'all up, giving y'all felonies for some stupid shit. Now, you're out there doing stupid shit. But the fact that they're going to give you 10 years of probation and a felony charge for doing something that people are probably going to do anyway is ridiculous. I'm not talking about murder. You know, there's self-defense shit. There's cases to shit. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. These topics get me a little bit in my feelings. But the white boy said he was trying to understand racism. And he started breaking down everything that our people has to go through. And it starts with the leader of the family, which is the male. Am I wrong? Let's have a reality check today. Let's have some negative space today. Am I wrong when I tell you that you guys are in a situation that you really don't want to be? And you're looking at your white counterpartners and you're not understanding why they're cooling and you feeling you and you're going through some shit. It's a system. The soil that you walk on is a system.
We now know was a war on people. We had the 1986 Anti-Drug Abuse Act, and we had the 1994 Crime Bill. Now, the 86 Anti-Drug Abuse Act differentiated between rock cocaine and powder cocaine, which we know predominantly impacted the Black community. And the 94 Crime Bill created harsher sentences, lengthier sentences, and minimum mandatories. We also know that Black people make up 53% of all exonerations, 69% of exonerations for drug crimes, and they're 7 times more likely to be wrongly convicted. So when I seen all of this,
when what we're not going to do is act like only Black people commit crimes. That's what I was saying earlier. I've been around all races. I have no choice. I'm in America. And I know for a fact that we're not just the ones that commit crimes. The only thing is we don't have representation to help us keep it on a hush-hush like everybody else do. Y'all remember when the Chinese man shot at that kid and shot him? Do you guys recall that? Let me show you guys. It was this guy. It was this right here. Lee Nguyen. Hold on. Lee Nguyen. Lenguie. Should I just... Let me just play it right here. There's no justice over here. What? I don't know. What else is... The only time I can see foreigners coming to America is if they are okay with treating Black people less than nothing. Because that's exactly what this country is. And if you are a murderer, and I'm telling you guys, it is not illegal to kill a Black American over here. But we're not even seen as human. They get away with stuff. They get out of jail with a couple of dollars. Their bail money, they get approved for more because they're of another race. And I remember working for an apartment complex and as the leasing consultant, and the manager told me to check all of the Hispanic social because it might not match the day that they was born when we do a system check. And that she doesn't care about checking other races of people. Like what was it? Like an Indian, I think he was. I don't know. She didn't care about checking their race because she knows that they're going to come over here and work and they're going to come over here and work and pay their rent. That's what this white woman told me. Now, I don't know if it's because I know how to speak proper when I'm at work. I know how to put the work voice on. Or my lighter skin, so she assumed that I was on her team more of my other. And I'm not even light skinned. I might be lighter, but I'm not even light skinned. But for her to be so bold and say that to me, I have to check her. And I'm like, ma'am, Jose is about to get his citizenship next week. His birthday will not match his social. She's like, well, I understand that. Okay. And what you're asking me to do is against fair housing. I'm not doing that. I'm not checking only Hispanic people's social. That's racist as shit. That's the definition of racist. I might have my feelings about other races. That's prejudice. Let's understand there are different parts. That's prejudice. I might be a little bit prejudiced. Excuse me for having to judge based off of what you niggas treat me. Okay? But racism, I am not. I will never deny someone's employment with me because of the color of their skin. I won't do that. I will not do that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, which I always am. My ex-husband, which is from Guatemala, the country underneath Mexico, is not Mexico, it's underneath Mexico, more indulged in their culture. Himself, who was and still is a manager of a tire shop, told me he will not hire black people. And I was his black wife. And he told me he would not hire black people. Maybe a black woman to work at the front desk, but not a black man. Crazy. I've mentioned to people, let's get the hell up out of here, but people don't want to go. I ain't going nowhere. Let me continue the video. Before I continue this video, let me show you guys this right here. This is the injustice, Reese, that happens over here in this country for our people. For others, you guys get away with this. We could never get away with killing another race or shooting another race. Never.
Who's capping on the morning hustle?
All right, y'all know how it goes. We're going to get into who's capping. Y'all know what who's capping is. It's whoever's been lying to us this week, whoever's been spinning us this week, whoever's been BSing us this week. And this is definitely some BS coming out of west of Detroit. It's called Ypsilanti, Michigan. And this is, thank you, because I did my thing with saying
we
it.
had to practice to get that pronunciation again.
Just want to let you guys know, if you like the content that your girl Tierney is providing you, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. Support your girl, support your girl, support your girk. Let's go.
Yeah, then you did it.
That's right. So I do want to give who's capping to Judge Alicia Fink of Washtenaw County over there in Michigan. Now, a man by the name of Ryan Lee Wen, he's a 29-year-old Asian man. He shot a 6-year-old boy and was only sentenced, not even sentenced, he only did 3 days in jail and got a $10,000 bond and was released. Now, the 6-year-old boy is giving his recollection of the horrific situation.
He tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not gonna work because I'm too fast.
So then what did he do?
Caught a gun, boom, shot me right here.
Hate to hear that.
Right now, all this little kid was doing, his name is Kobe Daniel. He was just outside playing. Now, I seen a lot of articles circulating and they were calling Ryan Lee Wen an angry neighbor, just saying he allegedly shot little Kobe Daniel.
Now, real quick, Auntie, you is right. And I'm going to cover that video today before I get into the Jubilee. That's why I was making his statements earlier. I don't understand why you would come to America. And the ones that they let, and I'm not saying, oh, of course not. I cannot personally, of course, say, oh, every single entity that comes over from another border is a murderer. I cannot say that. That would be ridiculous. Because my children's other half of the family is across the border. And if the niggas came over here, that would be me including them. So no. But there has been many cases. Let me tell y'all what's going on. There's been many cases where these ones that come over here across the border are murdering their goddamn neighbor. There was a guy that buried his neighbor in the yard. Hold on. Neighbor buried his neighbor in his backyard. And this nigga was a foreigner. A foreigner. They didn't get any information. They couldn't get any information from the guy because he was not of this country. He was not of this country. So look at all these videos I'm pulling. I'm trying to put one specific video. And look at all of these other examples. This is crazy. This is not it. I'm sure it's not it. Yo. So, yeah. We're going to see how all this stupid stuff unfolds. We're going to see how all of this stupid stuff unfolds. But it's getting worse. I feel like it's getting worse. You get rid of affirmative action, you get rid of people giving a damn. It's definitely getting worse. And what makes it even more worse is that we're not caring. We're not caring. We're not doing nothing like our ancestors did. We're in that much fear to do anything that we're not doing nothing. And then for those that want to do something, we're getting ridiculed. Ignorant TV, you better send that in a super chat. Shit, I'm not. You better send it in a super chat. Y'all playing with me. Y'all be going over there supporting your homeboys. This is what I was going to ask, actually. I want to be able to play my music, but I need someone to show me how to remix music and stuff. And you know what? I've asked men in these spaces if they can help me. I've even offered to pay. They will not. I have, except for Fatty. Fatty is Fatty, okay? But I don't know what's up with you men in these spaces. You guys are definitely more supporters of yourselves than you are of women. And I don't get it. And the only women that you guys support is females like Gremlin Crimson Cure. Or, you know, our elder Miss Boss Lady, whatever her name is. You guys support, you know, echo chambers. And that's not fair. That's not fair to support an echo chamber. You guys should support women just for having the courage to get up and do what a man is to be able to get up and do. And that's to talk their shit. I'm just saying. I would love to see you guys support more. But I will say, when it came through for my monetization party, you guys definitely pulled up on that. So I appreciate that. Let's get back to this, you guys.
I realized that racism in this country never ended. We have a systemic issue.
So as you saw and heard him say, you know, that was my aha moment. That's when I realized that I had to change my position and, you know, concede that, yeah, racism is still alive even to this day. Now, the
Ignite TV, if it's not true, okay, I'll see. I ain't got my phone right now. When my phone gets back, I'll check, and then I will give you out a personal rap. I will give you out a personal rap, because you know I can spit. Every time I be talking, everything is legit. Man, you be coming through, and I appreciate you, but I'm going to get back to the show, and we going to do what we do. I'm telling y'all, man, all these other hoes, they talk about coochies and throats, bro. I ain't doing all that. But yeah, white man just broke it down on what's really going on, how he sees that, how the black man has had to deal with a lot. Black women too, but we're not the leaders of the home. It doesn't matter if you affect the body, you will have to affect the leader. And if you affect the body, then make it to where the body becomes over the leader. You can never make a woman over a man. So that's why they got y'all man putting on dresses and shit. I mean, it's a whole different backwards world. Okay? But anyways, now again, like I was stating, you guys, not you guys, but people are coming to America not understanding what America is even about. There's people in America and we still don't get it. We still don't get it. We don't see the numbers around us. We don't see the matrix. We don't see it. We see a tree. We see a sun, which is fake as shit. Y'all think the sun is real? This is the fakest sun ever. But guess who the sun affects the most, or who it benefits the most? Guess who the sun benefits the most? Melanin. It's been replaced. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is a spiritual war to me. This has nothing to do with just race. This is a spiritual war. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure this is a spiritual war. I was watching a show the other day called A Childhood's End, which I've showed you guys. And on season 1, episode 1, at the very end, Lucifer was the guardian of the world. Before Lucifer introduced himself, he healed the world of sickness. He took away disease. He took away racism and poverty. He healed the souls of the lost ones, made everyone and no one hungry. Everyone had a roof over their head. He provided everyone with everything. But like Rumpelstiltskin said, everything comes with a price. Everything comes with a price. Okay? Nothing in the land of the free is free. The only thing that this land is free of is sin. People don't give a damn about the word sin anymore, because Christians has convinced everyone to sin and Jesus will forgive you. Jesus. Ma'am, there was no J's in this time. Jesus, he'll forgive you. So just keep screwing every man, popping babies, yeah. Doing what you want, cause you know Jesus doesn't care. He will forgive you. I'm telling y'all, that's the Christian anthem. Do what you want, and Jesus will forgive you. What type of God is that? I will not want to go to that heaven where everyone is forgiven for everything that they do, because God damn it, that sounds like earth. That sounds like earth to me. That sounds like America to me. And I'm sick of living in a place where people are not being held accountable for their sin. Everyone, regardless of my skin color, my tribe, we are creations from the Creator. We are creations from the Creator. There is laws. And if you follow his laws, of course you're going to follow America's laws. But guess what? America's made it to where you can't even tell someone the truth unless you're judging them. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 1, said, do not judge those in the way, but you do not want to be judged. Okay, all it says is we're all going to be judged. You're not above judgment. I'm not above judgment. We're all going to be judged. But the way that you judge someone is the way you're going to be judged. So if you look at her and say, you got 2 kids by him and 2 kids by him, and you ain't got no education, what? And your son ended up in jail? Ugh. Whatever, you would need me. That's bad judgment, baby. Because God's going to look at your ass and say, you ain't this either, and you ain't that either. That's how you talk to my sheep, my lamb. I'm going to talk to your black ass like that too. But if you want the Lord to be softer with you when it comes to judgment, you better be softer with other people the way you judge them too. I'm sick of going to these goddamn stores, people seeing how pretty I am, a pretty black girl, and I get treated like caca. That is real talk. I get treated bad, you guys. People, other races don't like me. And it's literally just off of what they see. I haven't even opened up my mouth to be able to have a conversation with you. You dislike me because of what you see. Is that fair? Is that fair? No. I didn't get a chance to do anything. I didn't get a chance to say anything. I didn't get a chance to prove myself unto you, to show you the fruits that come off my tree. I didn't get a chance to do that. You judged me already. So there's this guy that wanted to see why the judges felt the way that they felt and how they viewed the people that they hate. Let's see.
Ultimately, they feel what I have identified as angst of being one of the first generations of white men not to have quite what their fathers had. The thing is that they've blamed minorities, specifically Muslims, Mexican immigrants, and blacks for this, and have classified themselves as a victim group to a certain extent. And there is a certain stigma about the evil white male that has been attached to a lot of people, and they didn't really have the words to define how that made them feel. But when somebody offered them a way out, they took it. And what they did is take it right back into the same old ideology that made that history a thing in the first place. They're trapped in a cycle. I would say that the answer to all of this, and I said this in my TED Talk, the attachment to white identity causes a great deal of suffering. Of all my trolls, I didn't see not one that was actually happy. I didn't see one that was content. I didn't see one that was like at peace with their lives and the trajectory of their destiny. They feel the inching away of the privilege and the progress that their forefathers had made. They mentioned that a lot in an American Renaissance, and that they feel that the left is enabling leeches, when the fact is that the welfare state greatly benefits. Its largest beneficiary is the white working.
Now, just quick note, when he says they, he's speaking about white supremacists. The headline is "A Black Man Pretended to Be a White Supremacist to Understand Black Hate." So when he says they, he's speaking on white supremacists. Okay, let me take this banner off. Okay, let's go.
In class, you see what I'm saying? So they're missing a lot of stuff, and they're taking it out on black and brown folks again. When I said I felt compassion for the alt-right, it's not the kind of compassion that wants to reach out and be friends to them and say, hey, I feel your pain. A lot of these guys are dangerous. You don't want to really go into a friend zone with them like that. But what I did see is that we are all vulnerable to social reinforcement of our ideals, no matter how off base they may be. And that I felt compassion specifically for a generation of what we call white kids who don't have the proper historical context to understand what's going on in this country racially right now. And that is squarely on the shoulders of public schools and the people who write these textbooks and leave out these gigantic pieces of data that put where we are right now racially in context.
And you know who I thought about immediately was Donald Trump. Now, I'm not saying Donald Trump's a racist, but Donald Trump tended to the racist. Donald Trump made sure that the racist voice was being heard. Based off of what this black man said, the white supremacists, they needed validation. They need validation. So, and they have so much money, but what are they going to do with all that money, right? What are they going to do with all that money? They need validation. And Donald Trump was the very person that played into their validation. These people are lost. They're stuck in a world where they feel like they just really, really want to be. You don't want to be over here. I guarantee you don't want to be over here. We think we want to be over here because we don't feel like we're going to win if we leave. We think we want to be here. Black Americans, we think we want to be here because we have been lied to. It would be easier for us if we stayed. That's just not the truth at all. That's just not the truth at all. The soil of this land is ruled for your failure. Okay? Believe it or not, I don't give a damn. The soil that you walk on is the blood of your ancestors. The trees that you look at That's the rope from which your ancestor hung. And I'm not saying this to be negative, because a reality check, which we all need, is a very positive thing. Very positive thing. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Jubilee video. This is Mr. Watson's showing. Everybody give it up for Mr. Watson for being one of like the most awesome supporters. I want to show this one other video. We all know that there is racism from other races. Let's see how they feel, or how they might think, when they feel like we are the ones being racist. All of a sudden, they're in fear of how we feel about them. Let's take a look.
Video surfaced from the lefty YouTube channel Cut, which asked respondents, what are white people superior at? The answers were predictably unpleasant. Take a quick look.
What are white people superior at?
What exactly are white people superior at?
They're real good at violence.
Genocide. It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it.
If you are white and you know this is happening and you say nothing, then you're a killer too.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Insecurity, pretending,
Fear, being fearful of nothing, being ignorant,
Blame.
letting their egos control their every move, superior at being.
This kind of open racial hatred for white people is the exact opposite of tolerance and acceptance, the exact opposite of what Martin Luther King fought so hard for, but clearly.
White people, so let me hold on. I mean, let's listen to this again. The question was, I forgot.
This week, a video surfaced from the lefty YouTube channel.
What are white people superior at? What are they the greatest at? Okay, let's listen to the answer.
Cut, which asked.
And his final statement was, this is white people hatred. This is hating whites. This is racism. And this is not what Martin Luther King fought for. How did you include yourself in what Martin Luther King was fighting? That was amazing to me. He must be Jewish, because Jewish even included themselves in the affirmative action. Let's listen again.
Respondents, what are white people superior at? The answers were predictably unpleasant. Take a quick look.
What are white people superior at?
What exactly are white people superior at?
They're real good at violence.
genocide. It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it.
If you are white and you know this is happening and you say nothing, then you're a killer too.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Insecurity, pretending,
Fear, being fearful of nothing, being ignorant,
Blame.
letting their ego.
Now that fearful of nothing thing, I can 100% agree with. What are you guys afraid of? You think that we're going to come up out of our graveyards and kill you? Because we're not. We ain't got time for that shit. We're not that type of people. Now, you guys convince us in our movies and in our music, you witchcraft our music to have us killing ourselves. But we're not murderers. We're not murderers. We've murdered, but we've not genocided.
Egos control their every move, superior at being.
This kind of open racial hatred for white people is the
Open racial hatred. How is that open racial hatred for giving an example or giving your view on white people? That's racial hatred? That's disgusting that he just said that. That's disgusting that he just tried to put that in the minds of people to say if they give an opinion of you and if they give anything outside of something you want to hear, anything that sounds mean in a way is racial hatred. What type of jerk are you? They gonna have the nerve to say
exact opposite of tolerance and acceptance, the exact opposite of what Martin Luther King fought so hard for, but
Martin Luther King didn't fought for you. Okay, let's be honest. Let's not be disrespectful. Okay, just like David Duke ain't fighting for my black ass, Martin Luther King didn't fight for you. Come on now. Come on now. Okay? We're going to get into the juice. We're going to get into the main topic of the day. But before I do, let me go stretch my legs. And I'll be right back, you guys. Thank you guys for holding. Super appreciated. You know, let's go ahead and listen to the words of the wise. Mr. Watson says, smash the like button if y'all like. Okay, and I think that's some really, really good advice. I think it's some amazing advice. You know, share your girls' content, get me out there. This is what I realized. People like to have me on their show, bruh. That tyranny that I bring, oh, the juice be juicy as heck. I guess I just need to get more people knowing what's going on, you know. I guess, you know, I just do this when I have extra time. And I really don't have extra time now, but I give y'all some. So before I get into Jubilee, really quick, I'm just thinking about Blacks in corporate America and how we absolutely go through things when it comes to corporate America. Now, not only does it affect Black Americans, it also affects, and I'm Black America, excuse me, unlike us lower class, middle class workers, it also affects the other industries like music. I didn't know that we were struggling in music as well. Because when you look at the television, it makes it seem like everyone is a baller. Shot call on 20-inch blades, only Impala. Baller, get lit, not Sister Rotak, I spread my... Y'all know that song. Y'all don't know the song. I hit the highway, making money the flyway. But it's got to be a better way, a better way, a better way, yeah. Yo, I'm trying to tell y'all. It's hard everywhere. It's hard everywhere, even in the music industry. It's injustice over there as well. And I'm not just talking about singing. I'm talking about the writers. I'm talking about the ones that you are able to enjoy. You know, the ones that make the music and the songs that you're like, yeah. What about them? What about them? Let's see.
The industry is also participating in the writer's strike. Not everyone, but a good portion of people who are songwriters are now going to be involved in the writer's strike. So recently, a very popular singer-songwriter went viral all over social media because she spoke out and she said that as a songwriter, she has gotten so many awards, so many accolades, but yet she's struggling.
I am a Grammy award-winning songwriter. I have written for some really awesome artists like Zendaya, Jason Derulo, Cassie. The celebrity aspect of the entertainment industry is what really makes it hard for us to advocate for ourselves because it erases your humanity. Fame does not equal money. Fame means everybody knows you. It doesn't mean everyone's paying you. I'm excited about the WGA and SAG strike because it's giving people the opportunity. It's like lifting, like to be behind the curtain. Songwriters and producers are independent contractors. So it is our right to a contract. It is our right to negotiate our pay, but we're denied our rights. Our income is controlled by the government, while record labels are able to negotiate with a Spotify or an app.
Now, ain't that crazy? You can't even be a songwriter and just make a contract with someone to sing without going through their record label. So now you are under the record label, and the record label is contracted by the government. This is crazy. People can't even take their talent and just be them. Even the system is designed against talent. Let's listen.
Apple songwriters and publishers are not. We have to go through the Copyright Royalty Board, which is 3 judges in DC who decide how much we make for streaming. Right now, we get 15.1% of the total revenue in the US. That 15.1 is split between your publisher, all your co-writers and the producers and, you know, everybody that has publishing on the song.
So out of 100, this is why celebrities go to jail for not paying their taxes. When they say that these celebrities owe $4 million, it's because these Black people said, fuck y'all, I'm getting my own. I'm not letting y'all take all my money. This is my talent. Now, y'all don't see Leonardo DiCaprio them going through this shit. Okay? Y'all don't see Tom Hanks and all these other people going through this. We are systemized everywhere. And the audacity of people from not this country to come and tell us that we cry and we whine too much. We're getting injustice on every aspect.
Record companies make the lion's share. They are a very big culprit in why songwriters are making such little money. There is a whole working class of people behind the scenes in the music industry that are struggling right now. There are people who are quitting. There are people who are starting to like pivot into other things because they can't survive off of writing songs. And it's so crazy because the thing is like you write these massive songs and you see the whole world dancing to them and celebrating to them, and you're broke. It's really hard on your mental health as well. Like I talk to so many people who are like suffering from depression, suffering from anxiety, suffering from suicidal ideations, because it's a real mind to be a part of creating something that you are watching make everybody else rich. We deserve to be in a free market and to negotiate directly with the people who are using our music, just like the record companies and the artists are able to.
So what really brought me to make this,
it's crazy. It's crazy. But does the white race really understand the Black struggle? I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about as a whole. And I don't only just mean the race from the Caucasus Mountain. I mean anyone that could put white on their application.
And we want you to help us decide what the next 112 episodes will be. Join our Money Ground Patreon community and make Money Ground with us.
I was chosen to read the following prompt. White Americans have way more advantages than Black Americans.
I think I'm a rarity here.
One Black boy agreed that white Americans have way more advantages than Black Americans. One of them agreed. But look at how all the white boys agreed that whites have more advantages than Blacks. Let's go.
It would seem so.
Do white Americans have more advantages because they're white, or do just white Americans have advantages because of historic factors? I think that people want to argue at the end of the day over whether it's because you're white or not. I think that the answer is because you're white in the past, and that's how it kind of carries over to today. You know, even in times of the United States history where Black people tried.
This is absolutely crazy that these three Black people back here do not agree that white Americans have more advantage than Black Americans. This is what I'm talking about. This is what Harriet Tubman mean when she said I could have freed 1,000 more slaves if they only knew they were slaves. Those are crazy. Left this young Black boy to go up there and fend for this topic. When they have me on panels, some people like, I feel bad for Tierney, like the last time I was on. I feel bad for Tierney. She was the only one up here. This guy said, did Tierney look like she needed any help? Sure don't. Because I know what I'm talking about when I know what I'm talking about. Now I'm willing to learn. I don't know everything. But when I know something, I know something. This is crazy. Let's go. When Spectrum allows me to. Gosh, I'm gonna do better, you guys, I promise.
To build wealth, you know, with the Tulsa riots and everything, where this wealth has been destroyed. And something that's upsetting to me is when conservatives talk about how we can't blame the past what's happening in the present. That is true to some extent, but then the next breath they'll talk about how important it is to have dual parent households, how important it is to have a strong family, to have responsibility passed on from parent to child. And we've seen in the past that because of racial issues, that process has been severely disrupted.
The funny thing.
Hold on, you guys. I gotta get my charger. I'm sorry. All right, you guys. I'm back. Let's keep going.
Thing is that agreeing with all these things is when I did my research when I was younger, which arrived me to my standpoint of being a conservative, because I believed it was racist, Democrat, liberal ideologies and policies dating all the way back to the 1800s, all the way up to the 1960s, and then the purported big switch. But I think it was more so when Democrats decided to be a bit more cloak and dagger about their true opinions of Black people and be more secretive and more, oh, we want to help you by, doing these things and seeing them as
Doing
inferior.
what things?
Affirmative action, welfare, all sorts of things.
And look, the fact that he mentioned affirmative action, again, affirmative action was placed as saying, we're going to help you through what our brother is doing to you. We're not going to stop our brother. We're going to let our brother do what he does. Old Billy, he's just a little racist sometimes. It's okay. We're going to write a law just for you, so old Billy can't hurt you as much. I've heard so many people tell me, if I don't like it here in America, I can leave. Bitch, I'm from here. I don't like how you're treating me. You could go back where you come from. How about that? How about you just go back to the land that you were originated from, which was in the Caucasus Mountain, which was in the deep part of Asia? How do you tell the victim to get over it without blaming the person that did it? But that's America. That's America. Let's go.
That
Welfare,
eventually
so-
ruin our culture and place us where we are now.
So
but
giving-
I want to get back to the history of it, because we're talking
Well, I just
about,
want to make sure we're clear. Giving them money hurt them, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, giving them, because if your father's out of the home, that's when we give you the money. If you're living in this housing,
so then give them the money while the dad's in,
rent-free,
well, then
that's
give
how
them
you
the
get
money
more of
while the
money.
dad's in the
If
home.
if you're working
So
this
give
amount of
them the-
hours and doing these things all the way back to the 1800s, all the way up to the 1960s, and then the purported big switch. But I think it was more so when Democrats decided to be a bit more cloak and dagger about their true opinions of Black people and be more secretive and more, oh, we want to help you by, doing these things and seeing them as
Doing what
inferior.
things?
Affirmative action, welfare, all sorts of things.
Exactly. Welfare. Black men talk about Black women most on welfare. We have to. Becky's getting 20. My phone's acting crazy, you guys. Sorry. Becky's getting $20 for a position that I'm working for $13. Of course we have to. We have to be on welfare because we're not paid equally.
Eventually ruin our culture and place us where we are now.
So
but I want to get back to the history of it, because we're talking
Well, I just
about,
want to make sure we're clear. Giving them money hurt them, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, giving them, because if your father's out of the home, that's when we give you the money. If you're living in this housing,
so then give them the money while the dad's in,
rent-free,
well, then
that's
give
how
them
you
the
get
money
more of
while
the
the dad's in the
If
home.
if you're working
So
this
give
amount of
them the-
hours and getting blessed in this amount of
You're
dollars,
throwing-
you're getting money
you're
from the
throwing the
government.
baby-
Yes, it is
You're throwing the
incentivizing
baby out.
Man.
Wait,
that
welfare.
eventually
So,
ruin our culture and place us where we are now.
So
but
giving-
I want to get back to the history of it, because we're talking
well, I just
about,
want to make sure we're clear. Giving them money hurt them, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, giving them, because if your father's out of the home, that's when we give you the money. If you're living in
Yeah,
this
so
housing,
then give them
if
the
you're
money
living
while
in
the
this
dad's
housing
in,
rent-free,
well, then
that's
give
how
them
you
the
get
money
more of
while
the
the dad's in the
If
home.
you're working
So
this
give
amount of
them the-
hours and getting blessed in this amount of
You're
dollars,
throwing-
you're getting money
you're
from the
throwing
government.
the
Yes,
baby-
it is
you're throwing the
incentivizing.
baby out with the
it is-
bathwater.
I don't even know what that means in this scenario, because yes,
You're
okay, you
throwing
want to talk about throwing babies out
Okay,
with
let
the
me break this
bathwater?
down for
Margaret
you.
Sanger wanted to exterminate the Black race because she thought they were weeds. So
Yo, this Black kid is amazing. This Black kid is amazing. He is giving it to them right now. His perspective. His perspective. This is really awesome. This is really awesome.
So yeah, we can literally talk about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That's what Margaret Sanger, that's what Democrat policies wanted to do to my people. So that's why I feel so strongly about it, because it is these policies that date back centuries that were built off of the death and poverty of my people.
Let's take a breath. So,
I'm breathing.
Okay.
So a lot of babies aren't, but I am.
Okay.
Just said earlier, some men could go under and have a good conversation. They don't understand how hurt and upset that we are. This is great. This is great. I love that this kid cares about what's going on with his people. I love it. I love it. I want to say cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Thanks, Mr. Watson, for the $10 cash out. I absolutely appreciate it. It means the world to me. Okay, you always support your girl, though. I appreciate that. Ignite TV, I don't see anything from you, so I'm not sure if you sent it to the wrong person, but I don't have anything from you, sir. All right, let's go.
I don't know what that means. When I say throw the baby out with the bathwater, you want to completely get rid of welfare, okay? Or at least the I don't want to put that on you, you haven't said that, but the conservative apparatus does, clearly. So giving money to a group of people does not hurt them.
I mean, sure, if you're talking about a lottery, you just take money. But
yes.
there are strings attached to that money.
Take all the money.
There are strings attached
Give
to
them
that
millions.
money.
Make them all millionaires. I don't care. Giving money to black people does not hurt them.
And that has not happened, though. That has not happened.
What do you mean?
That has not happened. It hasn't been.
Sorry, you guys. My daycare call and talk about my son has diarrhea and to come pick him up. Ma'am, diarrhea is constant poo-pooing all day. It is not one morning dookie that's probably heavy. I'm not picking my son up. They're gonna have to figure that shit out. They're gonna have to last time I picked this little nigga up, he didn't poo-poo the entire day. The entire day. One poo-poo in the morning is not gonna have me running to go pick him. Nah, they're gonna have to figure it out. I'm sorry, you guys. This is the problem. I'm sorry, you guys. What the fuck do you expect people to do? Leave work? You expect me to leave work? Because you don't want to chase no dookie? You chase dookie all day. So these are the struggles of a single mother. What am I gonna do when I'm at work? I can't leave. I can't just leave work because my son had a dookie. Girl.
It hasn't been this or that. It has been a welfare program, Great Societies Act that was built off of the idea of, hey, we get these families split up, we get these people living here.
So then let them keep the family together and keep all the money.
I mean, I guess so, but I guarantee you
there's no way Why would you not add?
This is what's annoying me about both of these guys, okay? The kid has to learn to be slow to speak and quick to listen. You got to slow down. I had to learn it. Listen to what they're saying so you can extract everything that they're saying. The white boy is getting on my damn nerves because he's not trying to have any understanding. He's really arguing about, well, we're giving you money. Who is we? With your bitch ass. You don't pay as much taxes as I do. What do you mean we? My people pay way more taxes than your people. Way more come out of our little bitty paycheck than it does yours. And if it does, you get paid way more than me. So this white boy is literally having no understanding on what's going on.
Advocate for that.
So in your, I guess, research of like history of this country and everything, do you find like the Reconstruction era and like the failures of like what it wanted to be and then what it ended up being, and then which led into, had downstream effects to enter into the Jim Crow era, and you have policies like redlining.
And this is what's pissing me off. Those black people are sitting back there letting this boy argue this on his own. They acting like they have no understanding on white Americans have way more advantages than blacks in America. What the fuck? Why are y'all even on this show? This is crazy.
That influence, how schools are funded. The downstream effects of slavery, do you think put black people as generally in a worse off position than white Americans?
I think generation by generation, the effects of slavery have been diluted, but generation by generation, the effects of racism, welfare-based policies, and things of that nature became even more great. So in the 1880s or so, when we had our first Black members of Congress, which were indeed Republicans, I think that was a great start for things. But obviously, we had terrible things that happened, like the Tulsa massacre, among Black people being chased out of their homes by the KKK.
Sure.
All funded by the Democrat Party, all supported by the Democrat
Okay,
Party.
well, I mean, I need to stop you there. Can you attribute not to the
Wait, the KKK was funded by the Democrat back in the day. I know Barack Obama definitely was funded by the KKK, but I mean, what am I shocked for? These people have never been for us, never. But ever since that we was voted in to be considered as human, they had to consider our votes. So they had to try to start swaying us. But none of them have ever been on our side. This is why people need to turn off the TV. Turn off the TV so you can see how it really is.
party, but to the ideology. Because I think when you think, regardless of whatever the party switch was, traditionally conservative values did not that's more aligned with more racist policies in this country.
It's very difficult to compare 2020's conservatism to 1880s conservatism. Oh, I was loving the one before.
So personally, I feel like there's really only one thing that white people have a true advantage over Black people with, and it's that white people are less likely to be forced into a box. It happens with Black people onto other Black people, but it especially happens with white liberals onto Black conservatives, where we are told that we are supposed to think a certain way, be a certain way, and if we're not, then we're called all these names like etc. And the worst of all is bootlicker, because I hate when a white liberal tells me as a Black man that I'm a bootlicker, because then I ask, whose boot am I licking? Because you're telling me as a white person that me as a Black person that I'm licking your boot because I don't think in this box that you want me to frame my mentality in. That to me is real racism, and that's what we need to stop allowing to happen to us, because Black people are so quick now to not branch out and to have new ways of thinking, or to go into careers like agriculture and these other career paths that Black people don't typically get into. It's not because of racism stopping them from getting in there. It's because we're told for so long that you have to follow this path and you have to think a certain way.
True. One moment. Mothers, here we go.
I think America is a great place for a Black person. I think I'm an American. Anything that's available to you is available to me and mine.
I've personally never experienced
Do y'all see the things that these niggas is about to say? This is what I'm gonna do. Y'all gonna have to catch the I'm gonna upload my own. I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna upload it. I cannot believe this elderly Black woman went up there and say she think America is a great place to be. And this mixed chick is about to say, I've never experienced white people having more than me, because you're mixed with me, motherfucker. I thank you guys for showing up. I thank you guys for pulling up. I'm gonna make a little video about this, and I hope you guys catch it. Until then, bye you guys.